some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On the run, it's Frazier. Turning it off! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Dropping back, it's Stockton. A little screen to the running back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try the run. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Direct snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25.
He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Pulls and throws up the RPO. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Georgia going up tempo.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on fourth down. Quarterback will keep it. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north.
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Creates a little room. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Gashing the D on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Look out, he's got room. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Stockton. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Humphreys. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
Hey, he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole. Quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll give it to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy.
Breaks into the open. Past the 30. And he ran away from the defense.
to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking to throw at Stockton. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Humphries. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It'll be third and long. He might want another play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Dogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on.
Gets away from one, finds room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to buy time. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. send the tight end in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Barry. Runs through it and runs through another guy. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Durham. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Caught in the backfield. It's Green. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Stockton. Looking deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Creates a little space. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
He sticks. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. The short hands, it's Thomas. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Find some fresh air.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Release to the back. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun to give to the back. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. With the catch, it's Humphries. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, if you needed any evidence, this coaching staff trusts their big offensive line. You saw it right there. 4th down, they go for it deep in their own end, and it pays off.
Come on. Don't you think they thought it was 3rd down?
Somebody on the sidelines got some explaining to do, but he's breathing a lot easier now that they were able to pick it up.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That's caught. It's wide. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it up for 39.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Going for the big play. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going to take off. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! He got a step and just dusted the field. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Auburn is lining up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over Kentucky. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That lead is now 10, down to a two-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. To the air, it's Stockton. Working that left side now. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Snap it to the back. Running to Green. Not enough for the first. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Off near the sticks, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He leaves it with the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Durham. And he brought one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
To throw, it's Murphy. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Really needed to cut into that deficit, but guys, it remains at 3 scores.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Running back searching for a hole. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They want to run this quarterback. Turning it on. They're ripping off chunks of yardage and get it to the 33. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He'll keep it himself. Can't get him to the ground.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
The give to the tailback. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab alongside. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
To the air on first down. Flips it out to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. So now it's second and long. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Backed up now here, second and long. To the air, it's Murphy. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
There he goes. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play.
Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. another look at this Bulldog offense. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Punts it out of the air. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And it's incomplete on third down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play on that. Down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll go with a direct snap. Breaks into the open. Powers through. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Gets the back moving. A run for the quarterback. Finds a little space. Still on his feet. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Moving away from pressure. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. To the ground. He's got it again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Moving out of the pocket. The throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.